So these are the Beats Studio Buds Plus, and these are hands down the coolest looking earbuds that I've seen on the market in the last little while. Now, Beats is obviously not the first company to offer transparent earbuds, but they do look cool. And I just love the way this looks. Everything from the case details to the way the buds sit inside the cups. You can even see the battery over here, which looks awesome. You have the little motherboard underneath. You can see inside of the charging port. Everything is transparent, but the coolest part are the actual earbuds. Like, both earbuds are completely transparent, and I just think that looks so cool. Now, for whatever reason, if you're a mad lunatic and don't like the transparent version, they still offer solid color versions as well. Now, the Beats Studio Buds Plus are not replacing the Beats Studio Buds. Those will remain on the market for $150. These new guys will cost $170, and if you want the Beats Fit Pro, these retail for $199. Now, even though they have the same design as the previous Beats Studio Buds, there are a lot of internal improvements to make the experience a lot better. Even though they still have only 6 microphones, these microphones apparently have been improved overall. They're 3 times larger. They've changed the location of where they sit on the actual buds. For example, one of the microphones used to sit inside of the button over here. You couldn't see it. Now they relocated it on the side of the body, put a better mesh on it to help with wind noise. I guess by putting it on the side of the body, it allows the microphone to pick up your voice better, and it could probably do a better job of trying to noise cancel certain sounds that are coming from your environment. So right now you're listening to the Beats Studio Buds Plus microphone. The air conditioning is blasting at my office. My office air conditioning is ridiculously loud. So if you can hear it, then it's not doing a good job. But if you can't hear it, then the noise cancellation is doing a fantastic job. All right, so now you're listening to the regular AirPods. These are the latest AirPods that have hit the market from Apple. You let me know how they sound. Air condition is blasting. Let me know if you can hear the noise. And are these better than the Beats Studio Buds Plus? And finally, the last one you're listening to is the Beats Studio Buds. These are the original. You guys let me know how the microphone sounds compared to the other 2 headphones that I just played for you. But yeah, this should give you an indication on how microphones on all 3 of these earbuds sound, and hopefully it helps you make a better decision. Speaking of environment, they did put these earbuds through a noise learning box, which has over 7,000 different sounds. So active noise cancellation on the Buds Plus are going to be better than the regular Buds. And if you're buying these guys, you do get a couple of extra features in the box. Primarily, instead of having 3 ear tips, you now get 4 ear tips to choose from. So there's an extra small one, a small one, a medium one, which is on by default, and the ones that fit my ear perfectly. And then you have a large. Of course, it still comes with a Type-C cable. There's obviously no charging brick, but the actual unboxing of the product looks very, very similar to the previous version. The other big update is they went from Bluetooth 5.2 to Bluetooth 5.3, so that should offer some improvements in terms of connection quality. But I think the biggest improvement they offered to the Beats Studio Buds Plus was battery life. This now offers a total of 36 hours of use before needing to charge. I think the previous ones only offered 27, so you're getting a lot more use out of these earbuds. And just like the Beats Studio Buds, when you have them in your ear, they last for a very long time. Now, Beats claims that the Beats Studio Buds, the regular ones, have 8 hours of use before needing to charge, whereas these guys can go up to 9 hours. So you do get an extra hour of battery life. Now, the only way to charge this is with a USB Type-C cable. It comes with a short one in the box for easy carrying. If you want wireless charging, then you have to look at a different product that's not Beats. AirPods Pro support wireless charging, so if that's important to you, then these guys are not going to be able to do it. They still have all the same compatibility features as the previous generation, so you do have one-touch pairing if you're using it with your iPhone, so they'll connect immediately. You have iCloud pairing, so if you switch between your MacBook and your iPad, it's automatically going to go with you. And it also supports Find My, so that you can always find them if you lost them under the couch or something. But the cool thing is, if you're an Android user, the compatibility with these new versions are better than the previous one because it's going to be supporting Google's new Find My as well. So you're still gonna be able to use this and find it if you lose it with an Android device. Of course, you can fast pair it on Android just like you would with an Apple device, but using the Android way. And of course, you have access to the Beats application if you wanna fine tune some of the settings. All the controls are pretty much identical. You know, you put them in your ear, you tap on it once, it will pause or play. You tap on it twice, it will skip a call. You long press on it and you can switch between active noise cancellation, everything off, or transparency mode. And this is where I think we should talk about sound quality, because I do find these to sound a little bit better than the previous Beats Studio Buds. It's not a massive difference. It's not gonna make you wanna sell your old ones and buy the new ones, but it is an improvement. They've obviously made some changes to the internal hardware and software to give you slightly more pleasing sound. The one thing I do like about the Beats Studio Buds Plus and the regular Buds is that it's more of a neutral sound. It's not as bass heavy as the Beats Fit Pro. So if you like a lot of bass in your music, then I think you should look at the Beats Fit Pro instead, or maybe even the Power Beats. But these guys sound a little bit more flat and a lot more clean. There's more of an AirPod or AirPods Pro approach to this compared to the other guys. Now, I did have one issue with consistency. If you're using active noise cancellation mode or transparency mode, everything sounds fine. The music, whatever you're listening to, sounds great. But as soon as you turn either or off and you're in like regular nothing on mode, it felt like the sound was being drained. It just felt like all the depth was being taken away from the music you were listening to. You lost some bass, you lost some treble, you lost the mid-range. It just sounded a lot more flat, which is weird because when ANC is on or transparency mode is on, everything sounds perfect. So I have a feeling there's like a software issue between the different modes that needs to be fixed so that when you're transitioning between all of them, it sounds consistent no matter what mode you're in. I didn't have this issue with the Beats Fit Pro, and I didn't have this issue with the regular Beats Studio Buds. Now, transparency mode was fantastic. You could hear the entire environment. It's scary how so good transparency mode has gotten on Apple products in general. Just to note that it does support spatial audio only if it uses Dolby Atmos, but you don't have spatial audio with head tracking. If you want head tracking, then you gotta buy the Beats Fit Pro instead. So here's the thing. I really love this design. I would pay $20 alone more just to get this design. But let's pretend for 1 second that Beats didn't offer this look, and it was just your regular black or ivory color that you picked up at the store. Is it a plus product? Well, in some ways it is, in some ways it's not. Yes, it has better battery life, you get an extra ear tip in the box, microphones have been improved, ANC's been improved, sound quality's been improved, but there's no new big feature to give it its own unique name. And I feel like this is more of a year-over-year update. I think the true reason why it's $20 more is obviously you're getting a better product, but they wanted to fill a gap because right now the Beats Studio Buds are $150 and the Beats Studio or Beats Fit Pro rather are $199, and there's nothing in the middle. By offering you obviously slightly better battery life and sound quality and ANC for $20 more, it puts something right in the middle to offer customers something at every different price point. Either way, it's still a fantastic product. I do hope they fix that little issue with consistency when you're turning ANC or transparency mode off. But yeah, these are still great for the price, and if you're picking these up, let me know if you get the transparent version instead of the solid colors. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.